has been almost 4 years to the day since Japan and South Africa met for the very first time in the 2015 Rugby World Cup. It was there in Brighton that Japan had performed what has now been dubbed as the Brighton Miracle. Yes, it was the Japanese who took first scalp in that World Cup night, 34 points to 32, in one of the great Rugby World Cup upset matchups. Today they return together to take each other on for the second time in history. This time South Africa looking for revenge, and the Japanese at home as both sides are preparing for the 2019 Rugby World Cup. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby, where we have Rugby World Cup build-up matches, Japan versus South Africa, kicking off just a couple of weeks before the World Cup gets underway. Of course, it was 4 years ago that fateful night in Brighton occurred, where the Japanese took one of the biggest upsets away from the Springboks. Today, they'll be lucky if they can keep track with this very good-looking early days Springboks side. The Japanese side, however, has been in good touch, performing well throughout the Pacific Nations Cup and getting plenty of rugby under their belt through Super Rugby and in the top league as well. Japan head into this World Cup warm-up matchup just 2 weeks before the tournament gets underway with about a best side as they can put together. It's got a strong pack as well. They'll be looking to their back rows, especially the likes of Michael Leaks, Lopez Labasanche and at number 8, Amanaki Murphy, to do the big damage to this big Springboks pack as well. In the back line, they've got a few X-Factor players as well. None more so than on the left wing with Kinki Fukuoka, who will really be one to watch throughout this matchup. Nakamura will be in midfield alongside Lafaeli. Matsushima, normally a fullback, will start on the right wing, and Will Tupou will get the nod for number 15 jumper in an interesting move for the Japanese. Otherwise, the team looks strong enough to compete with many sides around the globe, but will it be enough to compete with its hot-looking Springboks team? Yes, 2019 has been very strong for the Springboks as they've drawn with the All Blacks and won the Rugby Championship title this year as well. They're going into this World Cup with a good amount of confidence and a good amount of momentum on their side as well. They continue the front row rotation as well. This time it's Stephen Kitshoff, Malcolm Marks and Franz Maholba who will start along the front, with Etabitha Mostert alongside them in the second row. Captain Cyclese returns back to his number 6 jumper, and he'll partner Peter Steph-Toy and Dane Vermeulen. Into the back line, Andre Pollard will run things from number 10, but look out for the back three of danger. Marcus Orderman Pippi on the left wing, Cheslin Colby on the right, and Billy LaRue will be a fullback for the Springboks as they look to avenge 4 years ago and look ready to the 2019 Rugby World Cup. A lot can happen in 4 years' time, and here we are ready for 2019 Japan to kick the game off in the red and black, South Africa to receive in the green, gold and white. Underway we go, a deep kick down. Pollard pulls in and finds the toy just on his right hand side and just short of the 22. They set it up, the Springboks in their own territory. Fuff de Klerk at the base puts this one high in a big chase here from Delendi. And Billy LaRue at his side as well, who trots back now to cover fullback. Japan with a chance to attack, and Tamura, he's been hammered as he tried to get a kick away. The Springboks will pick up the loose ball and a rare only chance to attack here for South Africa. Colby at scrum half, and he's going himself. Beats one to the Colby. Little go a pass. Can he beat them there? He does. It's a foot race, and Colby is electric. Cheslin Colby lights up Japan, and the World Cup hasn't even started. 5-0 Springboks, and the little man on the right wing goes into play scrum half, leaves his defender for absolute dust, comes up against Tupou at the back, who commits to the man, and it is Colby who grubbers it past him, wins the race past Tamura as well, and takes the ball all the way to the line. Great try, South Africa. What a start to this match. Well, Tamura, he did commit a bit too late slightly, as just before he dived on the ball. It was just nudged through again by Colby. Instant success for the Springboks. They strike an early lead after just 5 minutes' time. There is Andre Pollard, will be looking to acclimatise to these conditions. Now's his first conversion. He is a world-class goal kicker. There's Pollard. That's one of them, expecting many. They will be slotted here in Japan over the course of the next 2 months. Tamura back to halfway. Something he wouldn't want to be doing too much of, but it's under threat early on as South Africa going to start, and Tatui once more finds Delending, who's wrapped up and turned over. Japan get the ball out wide. Big chance now for them to run away, but Jiwon-ku is taken just short of the 22. There for Shingaro, goes out to the right hand side. Matsushima, brilliant work from the right winger, and he's up for the try. And that is an instant reply by Japan. 7-5. Matsushima replies. Well, there was not much on here either. Shigaro into the right, and it was a little pop-up pass there from Lafaeli to find Matsushima, who just put the wheels down. Full gas. And in he goes. Vinny LaRue didn't have much room to cover, but he couldn't even get close to him. The dummy easily sold Mapipi down the river, and he just bulleted towards the uprights. And a great reply from Japan. Tamura will have a shot at goal to tie it back up. And we are not even halfway through the first half. Tamura's goal is over. And Japan bring it back level, 7-7, a try apiece. And it's been excitement machine to the right-hand wing. And it's got us underway. Pollard to kick the game back underway for the Springboks. Goes long, a deep kick into Japanese territory. Taken nicely back there. Shigaro does well, and they feed it through the backs as well. Forward to line there. Now a chance for Fukuoka. Left-hand side, Fuck de Klerk. Puts him into touch. Danger man on the left-hand side. There's Genki Fukuoka. Springboks with the line out. Malcolm March to throw. Right on the 10-metre line, and in the middle they can put it down. Mostert away to Mapimpi. First receiver, that's a terrible pass. And it's easily picked up by Japan. Here's the pick and go. He pops it back to the left-hand side as they look to line something up. Lomasache again goes out to Fukuoka. He's taken in a good tackle by Marks. Shigaro out to Hilu once more.
Release.
The big man in the second row charges up for another tackle. Here's Lomasache again.
Release.
So just go one out. Murphy with a big double cut-out pass to Lafaeli. And he's on the 10-metre line. A big turnover chance, yes. Dealany gets it and cuts off. Knocks the ball on with a 3-on-2 overlap. Makazola Mapipi was screaming out there on the left side, wanting that ball.
Bind.
But Stephen Kitsoff couldn't handle the heat.
Set.
And a scramble pack down for the Brave Blossoms. Fed in from Shingaro. Solid scrum from Japan too. They'll love this. It's at the feet of Murphy. They go to the right hand side. Lafaeli gives it out to Matsushima back inside brilliantly as well. Finding Murphy.
Release.
But Nakanywa makes a good tackle on him. Here's Lafaeli again going short, and again it's Amanaki Murphy.
Release.
On the 10-metre line. Matsushima going there. Shigaro on the right hand side. Going nowhere Japan, but a lot of ball. Anake away to his left, and a charging run from Sakatse. Here's a pick and go from Michael Leach. He slithers it back to the right hand side. Turnover on Matsushima. Well, he's got to do better than that as well. It's here, Delending. Big chance for the Springboks out wide. Nakanywa with one to beat. Big chance now, and he steps inside. Leaves Will Tupou for Dars, and Nakanywa will score. Great try, South Africa. They defended time after time, but they turned that ball over. Damon Dealany doing very hard work. And they quickly shift it straight to the arms of Arm. And away he goes. Too hot with the feet for Tupou. And it's all coming off the Matsushima turnover by Damien Delending. And Away he goes. Look at the pace of him. Open space. One man to beat. He's hard to stop. Springboks get their lead back, and Pollard with a chance to make it that 7-pointer once again. An intriguing matchup so far between these two sides. But it is the South Africans who are on top at the moment, leading 14 points to 7 over the Brave Blossoms of Japan. But they are not giving up this fight, not for a long way. 7 minutes till the halftime break. As Tamura gets us back to halfway and back underway he goes, left-hand side, a little short kick as Khaleesi drags it in. There's no one with him as well. The Springboks very slow to breakdown. Malcolm Marks, Franz Beholder, quickly out to him. It's a beat who gets the big reels rolling as well up to halfway. He's got the support of Toy there. And they reclaim the ball. Kitchoff this time holds on. Beholder once more. Mostert and the big man in the second row are doing the hard yards at the end of some passing. Almost to halfway. Dielindi, double cut out pass to Mapimpi. Marcus Oliver Mapimpi. One to be, little two on the top. Leads the chase. But it's been spilt in the back. And it's picked up by Tupou, who comes across and into touch in the tackle of Mapimpi. Springboks line out just before the stroke of halftime. And 5 metres short of the Japanese line. It's the toy at the back, and they look to drive in the back of it. Great ball here by South Africa. Khaleesi! Oh, he's picked up and driven backwards. Huge defence there by, I think, Ayanaki. That is beautiful work with a loose head prop. It's out the back and around the corner from Shingaro. In right side pass left to Tamura, and here's Vinny LaRue. Away from him he goes, LaRue. The good tackle just drags him down short of the 22. To Clark. Oh, big high tackle there on Fuff to Clark. That is Samanaki Mafi. The big number 8 enforcer for Japan. And Pollard, we stepped at Pollard. He's to his left to Toy, and Mostert with Vroom again. And the big man, and again, the tall timber in the second row. Franco Mostert doing the hard work. Vermeulen to Colby. Tries to sneak through, but again, good defence by Japan. Here is Fuff de Klerk on the short side try. He's got it. Fuff de Klerk, quick thinking, quick ball, and the Springboks strike again. Well, they could go into half-time with a tidy lead if this conversion goes over. Cheslin Colby, he's been electric tonight. And Fuff de Klerk, look at that. Quick ball, picks it up. Here's a wee scamper. It's checked a little bit there by Luke Thompson. It gets the ball down. Gets his team further in the lead. An integral part of this Springbok side is Fuff de Klerk. He shows just why. Of course, the support on the bench of Herschel Yankees puts quite a dangerous combination together at the back of the scrum. And here's Andre Pollard. We are a good 10 minutes over time. But the conversion to put the lead up to 14 points at half-time is good. And Andre Pollard puts the Springboks up 21 points to 7. South Africa getting the best in this first half versus Japan. Well, it's been action-packed. You can't argue that. South Africa lead 21-7. But they've had all the ball going their way. 66% of the possession, but 55% of territory is enough to get the job done as they are happy to attack from all parts of the field. 5 line breaks to 2, and 3 of them leading to tries. Just 1 for Japan on the other side of the scale. Handling errors have been fairly rare to see. Just 4 from the half so far. And discipline, you've got to say, decent enough. 1 high tackle by the Japanese, and Mafi the guilty culprit for that occasion. Tackle count fairly close considering the difference in possession, but Japan will be fairly happy. They've come away with a good chance, a good scoring play, and they'll want to strike straight after half-time to get back in this game and put the pressure on the Springboks. 21-7 the half-time score. Players look like they're about to come back out in the field, so we'll get back down into the second half of action. The two sides back out ready for the second half of action. It's the Springboks leading Japan 21 points to 7. Andre Pollard to kick off, and it's Japan who need the ball. They need a bit of possession, they need a bit of territory, and they need to get off to a good start. And up it goes. Marks is stolen though. They're not going to get it. That's what they would have really liked, but a good turnover there from Sakate. And away goes Leach. Leach pops it away left side for Fukuoka. Away to Murphy. Murphy over halfway. Some ball on his inside, and it's going to be a try. Nakamura, and it's 22 and over. Well, that is exactly what Japan needed. They didn't get it off to the best of starts as Malcolm Marks climbed high, but a good turnover by the hooker Sakate, and then the turnover was led to this. Brilliant breakaway from Leach, Fukuoka, and then Murphy, who pops it inside, and a good finish to Ryoto Nakamura, who knows his way to the try line. This is excellent work by Japan. Very strong, straight off the halftime whistle. And that brings them back with a conversion to a scoring play if they can get it. Tamura with her big opportunity now. Important kick this. 21-12. It's just the left-hand side. And he delicately just slips it over. It's good. It's another 2 points for Japan. It's 21-14. This one is far from over, folks. Do not go anywhere. Pollard wouldn't have thought he would be kicking off so quickly after restarting the second half, but here he is. His lead has been cut dramatically. It's underway we go yet again. A deep kick this time, and look at the man flying up. Mpimpi from nowhere. Almost did the unthinkable, but away we go, Japan. Lamasanse with the ball once more. Here is Shigeru to the left-hand side. Sakate getting the ball away, but it's been knocked on by Rafaeli, and here's Lekanyuam straight through the middle. One play, one turnover, another try. Lekanyuam is having an absolute field day out there. Knocked on, picked up by the Springboks, and then arms to all the space in the world. Here's Rafaeli, drops it there, picked up by Khaleesi, and Arms said, I got this, up against Tupou once again. Desperate dive from Shigeru, not good enough to stop him, and the big outside centre goes over for a second try. There was the error. Timothy Rafaeli has been good for the Japanese tonight, but that was just an unlucky way of tackling. Poor ball security, just dislodged it in the tackle. And Captain Sai Khaleesi was more than happy to take the ball away, give it to his number 13. Lekanyuam knows his way straight to the sticks. Straight running, hard running, a little step around Will Tupou. And the try is scored, and the Springboks reinstate that lead back to 14 points. And Japan's great start to the second half has been quickly scrubbed out by a resurgent Lekanyuam and the Springboks. Tamura gets his back underway again and straight into the hands of Datoi and Khaleesi. What a big pass to the tackle as well. Mustard charging his way up towards halfway. Dr. Clark's got it. He's waiting this time. He gets his ball in that side. Who is it again? It's Lekanyuam. He's looking for the third. Looking for a hand trick. Oh, what a pass as well from Vermeulen. That was miraculous work from Arm. But he's lost the ball, and then Japan throw it forward as a runaway from Rafaeli is pulled back by the referee. Well, it was all on here. Turnover by Tamura, I think it was, who slipped it to his left. The pass deep forward on the player who was retreating back. A lucky escape there for the Springboks. Scrum fed from de Klerk, and a good late shove, and Dane Vermeulen picks up and has a bit of a rumble. Into the 22 goes Vermeulen. Khaleesi plays scrum half, goes to Holbrook, who has a bit of a trundle. The pressure on him there, a lot of red jumpers, not many green ones. And we could have a turnover. Oh, they're retreating. The Springboks, Japan get it back. Sakate with a great step as they threw it through the back line. Rafaeli to Lamasanse. Here's Murphy, keeping it alive as well. All the way out to Fukuoka. Down left-hand wing. Back inside a beautiful ball. Sakate does the other legs. The chase from Dalindi gets him work there from Damien Delindi. Still though, the danger's not over as Sanse has another go. Here's Shingiro to the left hand side, and it's a poor one as well. Nothing G1 can do about that at all. Shingiro throws around the corner. Average play from Japan. Turnover from Mostert. That's beautiful work by the big log. From Ireland to Pollard. Pollard's in open field. Looks to the corner. Kicking wide for his left winger. Mapimpi and Arm. They're flying on in. It's well played there by Tupou at the back. And finds support by Nakamura. But Arm's turned it over. Mahoba to the line. 5 minutes short. He might lose this as well. No. Springboks pile on in. Delindi to Pollard for the line. He's dropped it. It's been kicked sideways from Mostert. Not really sure what the plan was there. Japan survive. This game is still alive. Shigero away to Tamuro. Being hammered. Big tackle there from Stephen Kitchoff. Down the blind side. Murphy. And a big tackle there by Foster Clark. One of the smallest men on the paddock up against one of the biggest and bulliest as well. The little number 9 comes away with the victory. Marks to throw it. Oh, it's a beast missed at the front, and Khaleesi drags it in. Tatoi throws it to his backs, and Pollard throws it into Seppo. Beautiful work there from Timothy Lafayette. It's a cut take to the left-hand side, trying to keep it alive, and they do. They get out to Fukuoka, who can't quite get away from another desperate tackle from Delindi. Japan attacking, left-hand side. They love that little corridor down the tram lines. Murphy to his right, and Nakamura sets it up to Clark now. Another turnover for the Springboks and another knock-on. Franz Mahoba this time, the guilty party. Lafayette has another go just outside of 22, and at the end, Mapimpi's had enough, and he's not released the tackler. Well, there was the big disappointment there from Mahoba. And Mapimpi, well, he wrapped him up, the attacker, and he did not let him go. Japan have tapped the ball, surprisingly. There's just a minute to go, so no surprise at all. Moster's turned it over, though. Well, you can get the ball as much as you like, but if you keep losing it, as the Springboks just have, it's very hard to put points on the board. The game is over. But these two sides will show no sign of slowing up as Foster Clark gets another turnover. Vermeulen gets the ball from the toy, and out wide they go. Delindi in the 22, looking for Colby, finds Colby. Colby back to Kitchoff. Has a try. What a finish. What a dive. What a try, South Africa. Stephen Kitchoff has had a strong game for the Springboks, and he finishes it with a strong photo finish in the corner as well. Delindi being magnificent. Colby has gone off the boiler, but after that brilliant start. But how about that from Stephen Kitchoff? Take about the big loose head prop. He's done a fantastic job here. Support was there with Colby, who got absolutely dumped. And it was a great tackle from Fukuoka. Those two have been going head-to-head all night long, and neither has given an inch. But the Springboks will celebrate that last-minute try that puts this one even further beyond doubts. But it looks very comfortable now. It was anything but the case. They had to fight, they had to toil for every single point. The conversion of Pollard is good, and another 2 points goes to the scoreboard. 35-14, the final score. South Africa finally avenge the Brighton miracle, and they will tie this overall record up at 1 win apiece versus Japan. Amazing scenes. Only the second time these two sides have met, which is an amazing stat in itself. Japan, brilliant 4 years ago. And you've got to say, this is a team on the rise as well. They have pushed South Africa for the full 80 minutes, but gone down eventually by 21 points. 35 points to 14. 5 tries to just 2. For the home team, it was to inside centre Ryoto Nakamura who picked up their second try, and it was Kotaro Matsushima who picked up the opener. Both were converted by Yul Tamura to give them their 14 points. As for the Springboks, Chesson Colby kicked it off in spectacular fashion straight off the opening whistle. The Kanulam got a couple, Faf de Klerk picked up one as well for a sneaky little snipe of the back of it close to the line breakdown. And then it was the big man, Stephen Kitchoff, who got the only one for the big boys in their forward pack, picking up the final try of the matchup. Andre Pollard on fire with the boot, 5 out of 5. And a big display by the Springboks as they finish up their preparations for the Rugby World Cup. Full-time stats, well, it was a dominant display by the Springboks when you look at these numbers here. The scoreboard tells a bit of a story, but how about all that possession, all of that territory as well? 63 and 62% respectively going the way of the visiting side. Let's be honest though, it was a very clean match. Just the one high tackle that come from Murphy in the first half right at the very end. And it was exciting as well. 17 line breaks, 10 by the Springboks, 7 by Japan. The fans were well and truly entertained tonight by these two sides. Defence was certainly an area that both sides let lapse at times, but still the spectacular tries is something that the fans love to see. The Springboks get the win at the second time of asking as they go into their Rugby World Cup now. First match against the All Blacks, only a couple of weeks away. As for Japan though, they'll take plenty from this. They'll go into their pool games with much renewed confidence that they could possibly shock the world and qualify for the finals. We'll see what happens over the next couple of months, but for now, thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed this Rugby World Cup warm-up matchup between Japan and South Africa. There'll be plenty more coming over the next couple of weeks as we build up to the big dance, the Rugby World Cup. For me though, that is my time for today, done and dusted. I'll see you all next time for plenty more action. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.